Hunter, when you get a chance, could you meet me at the chapel?
You wanted to see me?
You won't believe this, but we did it.
Did what?
Remember that first account of Lilin corruption I found in the Book of Thoth?
You mean the story of the ancient pharaoh who was struck down with corruption and the traveling light worker who purified him?
That's the one.
Of course I remember.
Well, Magic and I finally transcribed the incantation the Lightworker used. And I'm pretty sure we can use it to finally remove your Psycho Mom's corruption over Wanda.
I have to say, I am impressed.
You mean that?
Yes, I do.
Thanks, Hunter. That means a lot coming from you. But before you heap on the praise, there's something I should tell you. Full disclosure, the reason the Lightworker died was because he had to take on all that dark energy into his body, and he just couldn't handle it. I tried finding a workaround, but all the texts on Chaos Magic said the same thing. Corruption can't be destroyed. It has to go somewhere or to, somebody. So whoever removes it from Wanda will also have to absorb it.
I will absorb it.
You will? You're not, scared you're gonna, fall to her darkness?
Lilith's darkness cannot corrupt me.
Right, because you are just so good and pure that you could never ever fall.
Correct?
Well, at least you're on board.
When is this happening?
As soon as we break back into Banner's lab. Oh, and just one more thing, so listen up because it's kinda crucial. I'm gonna need you to memorize the incantation and recite it verbatim when you see Wanda in his lab. It's the only way to subdue her. It goes... Ego sum tenebris et venunt in domum suam iubet dominus. Ego sum tenebris domum domini praecepta ior. Think you can remember that, Hunter?
I can handle anything.
That's my favorite resurrected half-demon demon hunter. You need to memorize those lines as if your own life depends on it. Because it just might. Remember to study your lines, Hunter, because you do not want to screw this up.
I just hope Caretaker doesn't stop us.
How old is this game? Everybody looks like a block.
Sounds like I missed it.
Hunter, I've got a theory. Wanna hear it? My theory is that it's underappreciated work to be an awesome badass loner. I mean, did you see what happened when Blaze read the parchment aloud? That was an act of mad genius.
He definitely destroyed a lot of Solus. I can give him that.
Oh my god, really? The man unleashes the apocalypse on the forces of evil, and the most you can give him is an attaboy. Tough crowd.
After all that, we still do not have the parchment. Without it, we cannot destroy it.
Here's the thing. He's got no one to rely on. It's just him out there, facing this stuff all alone. He's not gonna give us something like the parchment easily. I think we all need to cut him some slack.
I am not sure how much I agree with you, but I am willing to give him another chance. In all honesty, we have no other choice.
I mean, maybe if we show him a little respect, he'll show you a little respect.
And if he does not?
You gotta trust me on this. Seeing Blaze in action really solidified some things for me, Hunter.
And what is that?
I've still got a long way to go if I ever want to make my mark as a spirit of vengeance.
Then you have work to do.
Yeah, I do. It's just hard to gain that kind of confidence when I'm always left on the sidelines. Anyways, I had to tune up the ride. She really took a beating out in the desert.
So you mean like last week?
Banner thinks he's so clever with this demonic barrier, but I promise you, I'm gonna have the last laugh.
This isn't about one-upmanship, Tony. Just let me focus, and I can get Hunter through the barrier.
What's the holdup?
Besides your incessant grumbling about Banner in my ear, I haven't yet found a way to properly shield the Hunter to pass through the barrier.
Yeah, sure. While you're working on your magic fairy dust, I'll figure out how we get the parchment back here. It's too dangerous to be left out there in the wild.
It's not fairy dust. That's all wrong for this job. And if this sanctum was still around, that would have been the perfect place to store the parchment.
Well, it's gone, and Banner's still out there taunting me. So let's hurry up and get some answers. Hunter, do you have a spare gamma accelerator? I'm serious. What kind of ancient hero are you if you don't have the latest experimental gamma technology in your back pocket?
Of course, but I put them in my gamma pants. Sorry.
You have gamma pants? Jealous?
Do you not have other things to be focusing on right now?
Well, no, actually. Among other things, I'm trying to figure out how to breach that nasty barrier of go away that Banner managed to throw up around the Hydra lab. Strange swears up and down that he'll be able to pierce the veil. If he can deliver, great. Otherwise, he should get out of the way, you know?
The rivalry between you and Strange is somewhat amusing, but the time for amusements is running out. You need to find a way to work together.
Are you kidding me? I love the Doc. Yeah, he's a little stiff, but we're like brothers. I even let him use my beard trimmers.
You still feel confident in your plan to destroy the parchment with the accelerator?
Well, I've been going over my father's files. He had big plans for this thing. Let's just say I don't think anything would withstand being on the wrong end of it at the wrong time.
You believe your father had ill intent for this device?
He had ill intent for everything. But this, in particular. I think he was trying to find a way to unlock the scientific essence of magic itself. So in a way, it's kind of poetic. I'm gonna use Dad's shady tech to stop Banner's shady treachery.
Forget about revenge, Tony. Think about the ways that technology could be used for good. I cannot allow my own vengeance to consume me.
Well, I see your point. I don't want to wallow in the muck, stay above it, etc., etc. Look, I'm not getting anything done. I'll tell you what, let's find this gamma accelerator, bring Banner back from the dark side, stop your mom, and then we can sit down and have a nice chat. I've got this awesome new juicer back at my place. We can do it there.
Juicer?
Oh, you'll love it. It would juice your shoes if you let it. In the meantime, back to work.
We were so close to having the Parchment of Power. Why did Blaze get that shotgun?
I am disappointed, child. We must talk. The fool Blaze risks us all with his reckless antics, blindly wielding the parchment of power like a child with their first wooden sword. Who knows what horrors he could have unleashed? We are fortunate he did not destroy us all.
Had you not forced his hand, perhaps he would not have used it, Mother.
Men like Blaze need little justification for their actions, don't they? Besides, it was not I who set the Soulless upon you. It's bad enough you and your misguided heroes are hell-bent on keeping the parchment from me. If someone, something else were to get their hands on that wretched thing.
Wretched? You would speak ill of your precious Darkhold?
The Darkhold is many things. Precious is not one of them. The book has a will of its own. It enslaves, then destroys any soul foolish enough to try and tame it. No matter how strong they may think they are. Better to help me contain the damage, lest it consume us all.
As long as any of us draw breath, we will stand against it. Against you.
And as I have tried so hard to explain to you, child, I am not your enemy.
Then prove it. Cast away that foul book and reclaim what remains of your soul.
If only it were that simple. The parchment of power will be found. The Darkhold will be made whole. He wills it so. Secret guardians, sorcerers, and tinkerers, your so-called family, will shatter before the coming storm. But you and I will stand tall, precious child. United before the eye of the midnight sun.
I would not count on that, Mother.
You know, I was obsessed with the sun as a kid. A huge nuclear reactor fueling all light and life in our solar system. And then looking up at the stars at night and realizing there were other nuclear reactors, some of them even bigger and brighter, probably supporting planets just like ours. I was blown away.
And now?
I want to say I still am, but I saw countless stars while I was in the Kree Star Force. White dwarfs, red giants, even a couple of neutrino stars. Sadly, the sense of wonder eventually wears off, like most things.
It sounds like you miss that sense of wonder.
A part of me does, I guess. But I can't really complain. These powers opened a lot of doors. Makes you wonder where I'd be if the Kree's Psyche Magnetron hadn't turned my imagination into reality. Would I still be in the Air Force? Or NASA? Or maybe something completely out of left field, like a social media influencer with a famous cat. What would the life of regular Carol Danvers look like?
I cannot imagine you being content with staying still.
You're right. I get antsy when the status has been quo for too long.
I am sure you would have come into powers in some other way, like some of the others here.
Oh yeah? Like who?
Tony, you two are not that different.
I'm definitely nowhere near his cash flow, but I wouldn't mind tinkering with rocket suits. That's a thought. Maybe in another life. But for now, you're stuck with me in this one.
There are gonna be consequences for Blaze reading from the part.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter. If an experiment is dangerous, I get more interested.
We don't know the forces we're meddling with. We might as well have emailed our location directly to Hydra.
Well, if anyone was wondering what happens when the good guys use the evil book, Johnny Blaze has you covered.
The Parchment of Power's ability to conjure walls of fire is, as Stark would say, a feature, not a bug.
What drove you to study medicine, Doctor?
I know what it's like to feel suffocated by a disease. I wanted to help others avoid my fate.
I admire your compassion.
To be fair, it wasn't entirely selfless. I needed to learn biology to cure myself.
I believe you are a good man.
Thank you for saying so. But I was not always the man you know.
You are haunted by your past, but your past does not define you.
I was full of selfish ambition. I used my resources to further my own goals over the needs of others.
Would you do things differently if you had the chance?
Of course.
Then you have grown into a better person.
I see. Then may I never stop growing. You have outdone yourself, Hunter!
The Parchment of Power is not to be trifled with. Am I the only one who listened to Caretaker and Strange?
Did you see that wall?
Johnny's a damn good ghost rider.
More like curses. The Parchment of Power really put one heck of a Hellfire Works show.
I need some friendly advice, and you're pretty okay at both the friend and the advice part. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, I think that you think that I'm one of those good people, right? Not Marvel America levels, but not too far off. But where do you stand on the nature versus nurture question?
Our entire being is already set the moment we draw our first breath. There was not anything that Caretaker could have done to change my half-demon nature.
Huh, that's great. So what does it mean for me if both of my parents were evil? How can you be sure that I'm not, evil?
I know well enough by now, Nico. You chart your own path. You are not your mother.
I bet parts of her probably rubbed off on me, or, are literally running through my veins. I don't know, Hunter. I feel like I'm holding myself back worrying about this stuff. You've been around me enough, and I kinda trust you. What do you think?
I think that if you want to reach your true potential, you need to come to terms with your past.
Okay. How?
Even if your mother is gone, you still have the power to forgive.
How does that work?
Accept her errors that brought you here, but let go of the resentment. Refuse to let it weigh you down, and take control over your story.
Oh, I like that taking control part. Okay, I think I might have a plan now.
Feel better?
Not yet, but I will.
Grizzly old viper.
It's not much. but I have managed to locate a few details. Dark forces from 1,000 worlds just saw the Parchment of Power. There goes our element of surprise.
So, how's the whole saving the world thing going? Wow, it's green. Is that Latin? Mine's rusty. Also, did old Skullhead just damn us?
Johnny Blaze put us all in danger. I don't trust soldiers worth anything.
Ah, Hunter. Just who I was hoping to see. I understand you've already been on the hunt with Blade, so you're aware of our unusual visitor on the grounds?
Yes, we encountered something Blade called the Barghest.
His instincts were correct. I believe it is indeed the Barghest, or someone's attempt at creating a facsimile of one.
Is the Abbey in danger?
Not unless we provoke it. However, it seems to harness a dark magic similar to what courses through the barrier. I need you to track this Barghest, capture it, and bring it to me here in the forge. But please, don't kill it. It's my hope that I can find a way to use its magics to break through the barrier to the lab.
After battling Hydra agents and Fallen, tracking a pup on the Abbey grounds sounds like a vacation.
Do not let your guard down, Hunter. As I said, it's no ordinary dog, but a demonic entity. I suggest you bring Blade and Wolverine with you. I believe the portal will soon be at its apex. I'll do my best to keep it stable until you can cross. I'll see you there, Hunter. Track the beast quickly. Time is of the essence.
I didn't understand a word he said when he read those pages. Latin wasn't my best subject. Was it Latin?
Blaze really screwed us over on this one. He sent up a supernatural beacon saying, we have the Parchment of Power.
No point in hiding it, Hunter. I already got a whiff of that demon dog you're after. Blade said it gave you two the slip the other night. I want in on the next run.
Perhaps that is what our hunt is missing. Your positive attitude.
Me? Positive? That's a new one. But I am curious about this mystery dog of yours.
This supernatural beast roaming the Abbey grounds has proven difficult to track. It only seems to appear at night. Still, Strange thinks it may be critical to breaking through the barrier.
Blade's no slouch, and I've seen you in action. This thing must be the real deal if it's giving you trouble.
It is a Barghest. It resembles a hound, but it is not. It is a spectral omen of death.
I thought I smelled a weird doggy odor out by your old crypt. I chalked it up to the side effects of your resurrection.
I do not smell like a dog, thank you very much.
I'm just busting your chops. You smell a lot worse than a dog.
This beast is vitally important. You say you picked up the scent near Hunter's Folly?
Yeah, that's right. If I went back there, I could probably pick it up. No sweat. So, I'll meet you there?
Did you just invite yourself along?
Bet your ass I did. I'll see you at the Folly tonight. See you at Hunter's Folly.
Is this visit business or pleasure?
We have work to do.
Then let's not waste any more time. What's going on?
I spoke with Strange. He believes the Barghest is more important than we originally understood. I also talked with Wolverine. I know it was not easy for you to admit that we lost the creature.
I'll get over it once we capture that damn thing.
You will have your chance. The doctor feels it is imperative that we capture the creature as soon as possible for his research.
When is it ever not imperative with these guys?
Wolverine has agreed to join us. I assume you have no issue there.
The more the merrier. We should start up at Hunter's Folly. That's the last place I saw this thing's tracks.
Wolverine also smelled something in that area, so it is agreed.
Then I'll see you tonight at the Folly.
Just saying, Abby could use a cat to counter Charlie's big dog energy.
I don't want to waste your time, so I'll be direct. I overheard you, Nico, and Magic talking in the chapel last night. I hope you three are not planning another foolish excursion to rescue you-know-who.
Nico and Magic care for Wanda deeply. So deeply they are having a hard time letting her go.
Hunter, I need you to be straight with me. Are they planning another attempt to save her? Yes or no?
I'm hurt she would think I would keep such a thing from you. I cannot imagine how hurtful this has been to Nico and Magic.
I know it seems harsh. They have just done so much behind my back to break my trust.
So have you.
Yes, I suppose distrust breeds distrust. Perhaps it's time for the cycle to end.
You can end it right now by showing them your confidence.
You're right. I need to let go of the past and start being more transparent. So, in the spirit of transparency, is there anything you want to know?
Why did you keep the parchment's location a secret from us?
Are we on that again?
We are.
Remember the wall of fire spectacle Blaze caused?
You mean the wall of fire that engulfed the Solus?
That was the result of Blaze reading the parchment, which is why I kept it away from this abbey. I care too much about the Suns to expose them to that kind of danger. So, I gave it to Blaze. It wasn't to deceive the team. It was to protect them.
So what you are telling me is that you did not feel the need to protect Blaze?
As I'm sure you've gathered, Blaze is someone who not only can take care of himself, but prefers to. My concern is for the Midnight Suns and their Blaze's well-being is not my responsibility. Now, is there anything else?
What if we remove the corruption somehow?
What a strange question. You already know the answer to that. It's impossible.
Now that we know where the page is, it will not be long until Lilith finds it.
No doubt.
Have you considered Lilith does not have a choice in the matter?
What do you mean?
She sold her soul to Chthon, right?
For unlimited power, yes.
But does that not mean she is compelled to serve him, even if she does not want to?
What? Are you actually feeling sorry for her? Because she made her choices long ago.
Perhaps there is a part of me that does pity her.
Don't waste your pity on her. She doesn't deserve it. It was her decision to sell her soul to an evil elder god. She knew what she was doing.
I have taken up enough of your time. I should go.
We'll talk more later. Oh, Hunter. Thanks for your honesty today.
Hunter, got a big problem, not sure how to fix it.
Slow down, Peter. Tell me what happened.
Okay, Eddie left me a note. Real ominous stuff. Said he knows where to find the ultimate answer. Look, I've seen Venom in dark places before, but this? I'm worried he and the symbiote have hit a breaking point.
I will help you find him.
That's just it. I looked everywhere. Unless he crawled into the forge, he's not in the Abbey.
He's not in the Abbey.
Exactly my point.
He asked me to open a portal, so I did.
Where did you send him?
A church.
Venom and I fought in the bell tower? Hunter, that's where Venom was born. We have to go, right now!
All right, Peter. I will follow your lead. Ileana, could you...
Open a portal. Fine. But no more piecemeal trips. You must all return together.
That's the hope.
You're going to the church where Venom was born?
Yeah. That's where I shed the suit when I learned of its destructive tendencies.
If the suit is dangerous, what makes it safe for Eddie?
Eddie and the symbiote are like broken pottery. They both have sharp edges, but they fit snugly together to create a better whole.
Peter, that is beautiful.
That's how Eddie sees it that way. If he loses control again, Venom might turn my face into something not so pretty. What's going on, Ed?
Got to thinking. Mephisto said I would find what I seek where it all began. Gotta be here, right?
I guess this church is the place where I lose things, and you find them. Any luck?
Whole lot of nothing.
What's eating at you?
I caused a mountain of hurt. In the name of some... freaky demon lady?
Lilith. She controlled you, Eddie.
She didn't do all this. I did. Look around. I'm never gonna clean this mess up. Never gonna make any of this right.
You don't know that.
You know me. I screw everything up. Maybe I deserve this curse.
My Aunt May says the easiest way to let the darkness win is to do nothing.
Yeah, well, I don't have an Aunt May. All I get is this. Whole lot of watching someone else get to be the good guy. Must be nice. You okay, Parker?
I gotta say, something's setting my spidey sense off. Kinda jacked up to maximum overdrive here.
It's all about boundaries, Parker. Gotta put that thing on mute sometimes.
Maybe someday, but this is different. It feels like...
vampires.
You got my back? I got yours.
Brothers in vamp slime. Let's do this.
You were onto something after all, Venom.
See? You both had the right instincts.
We are bound to this place. No shallow attempt at bonding. We have work to do.
I can't believe my ears. Now he's the responsible one.
All right, I'm focusing.
It's time.
You know, you're pretty good at this. Right, feeling it.
see if they have an answer for this.
Here we go. Try this on for size. Coming at you. This one's for you. Here we go. Looks like it's up to me. Why would there be new breed vampires here of all places?
Mephisto toys with us.
Constantly attract the wrong kind of attention.
That's the life of a superhero.
Prepare to die.
Okay, that was awesome. I'm going for it.
Leave some for the rest of us.
I'm on. You can still run away. I promise we won't chase you.
Good work. But it won't get any easier where you're going.
After you, Eddie.
After us.
These catacombs are older than the church. Look, hemolisks.
We are looking. The Helm could be eating.
This could be the source of the whole vampire infestation. Uh-oh, that's not a small entrance.
Infestation. Infestation.
Prince of Darkness?
Wait, you mean...
The father of death.
So to be clear...
The Impaler.
Humanity itself is the infestation. You insect.
Okay, first, arachnids aren't insects. Don't feel bad. It's a common misconception. Second, love the costume. Seriously, I dressed like you last Halloween.
That is no costume.
Crab.
For a city teeming with heroes, I expected you much sooner.
I still can't believe we're talking to Dracula.
You didn't find me on your own. Who may I thank for this unwelcome intrusion?
Mephisto.
He is a special sort of coward, never meeting his adversaries face to face. He can soil yours instead.
Hey, Mephisto or not, we can't let you turn New York into Transylvania.
Then to the devil's implements I say,
Nice! Let's do this! We can
far worse. I am eternal.
The advantage is mine.
A quick bite.
Man, why do you have to be a bad guy? I have so many questions. Do you know Frankenstein? This monster?
Aren't you the inquisitive child? But what do they say? Curiosity flays the cat?
We told you that wasn't us.
Behold the light's gift.
It's good to have friends.
Told you this would work, Eddie.
I hope Hydra follows proper concussion protocols.
It's a doctor. You just made our list.
Your demise is at hand. Why are you really here? What could Mephisto hold?
He will free us from your bloodthirst.
And don't forget about Lilith's corruption.
The Mother of Demons has her claws in you as well? Now I understand your desperation.
Then you know what we must do.
I'll remember your face.
You had your chance to escape. You were too weak for this fight.
Enough of this!
We've got this!
On my count!
I am ready.
We are also ready.
1, 2,
3.
I understood that social cue.
My children, you think this stops my plans? Today, your only gain is an immortal enemy.
Much better. Now, could someone give us a lift out of here?
Another deal, then?
No!
No!
Yes! No?
Pity.
So, aside from the soul hoarding thing, what is the devil's beef with Dracula?
He broke his agreement. But I am pleased.
We are not!
You have made progress. I look forward to what comes next. Eddie can stay Eddie for now. Not to worry, I'll see the rest of you very soon.
I believe you were once rivals. Today, I fought beside partners.
I guess you're right. It felt good working with you, Eddie. For the first time in forever, I didn't think the symbiote was preparing to devour one of my organs.
Yeah, we really sent Dracula packing, huh? And it's a relief to have Mephisto off my back.
You're a free man. What's the plan now?
Yeah, free.
Eddie, this is the part where you say, I'm gonna eat 2 pizzas and sleep for 11 hours. At least that's what I'd do after a big battle. But knowing the old Parker luck, that's when I'd stumble into a battle with Doc Ock.
Eddie, is everything all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. And I will be fine. Completely free of Lilith's control. It almost doesn't feel real.
Do you want one of us to pinch you? Joking!
Does Dracula still smell like a sweat-soaked rat corpse showered in perfume?
Eddie, what is wrong?
We've been so busy, I haven't processed what I did under Lilith's control. Guess my sins are still catching up to me.
What can I do to make things easier?
That's just it. No one can. I've killed before. I can't pretend I'm above that, but I try to only take a life if it means I'm saving another. And Lilith threw all that out the window.
You see your victims' faces when you sleep?
The worst of the faces I don't remember. I get flashes of memories, like corrupted videos on repeat. I see parts of what happened, but the details are lost.
What do you remember?
Only bits and pieces. I remember standing inside a house. Dark. Not sure how I got there or what I'm doing. But the place is ransacked. In one corner is the body of a young woman. Her arms twisted at odd angles. Her face obscured by a shadow. In the background, I hear a baby crying.
Then what happens?
Then nothing. I've had that one on loop for days.
I am sorry, Eddie.
Don't sweat it, Hunter. This is my boulder to push. Anyway, thanks for checking in. And don't worry too much about me. I'm gonna stick around and do what needs doing.
I know you will.
I may have lost a step, but I promise you this. Lilith will regret she ever got into our heads. I started to relax as I was thinking about my to-do list. I feel a hunger coming on, and not the usual kind. Getting the urge to do some real journalism.
You smell it, Hunter? That ain't right. There's something dangerous creeping around out here. Present company excluded.
That is the scent Blade was tracking.
Blade, huh? Yeah, he's got a pretty good nose for this kind of thing. Not as good as mine, though. Feel like snooping around?
Let us get this thing.
Okay, I like that attitude. Grab your dog and follow me. Where'd you get that dog anyway? I know it ain't from the pound.
It is a long story.
We got time.
When I was younger, Lilith would send wave after wave of her children to attack the Abbey's defenses. I trained with Agatha and Caretaker by clearing out whatever monsters were lingering around the perimeter. One day, an entire pack of Shadowhounds tried to swarm the gate. They did not have much of a chance against us. And when the smoke cleared, there was Charlie, the lone survivor.
Didn't have the heart to finish the job.
I do not know what it was. Something about the look she gave me. I could not put her down. She was sleeping at the foot of my bed by the next night.
Sounds like you got yourself a friend for life.
The portal stayed open this time.
Yeah, almost feels too easy. Guess we go in and kick its ass.
Mind if I tag along?
How long have you been standing here?
Long enough to watch that thing run right by you.
Well, are you gonna brood in the dark, or come with us? Damn thing got away. You thinking what I'm thinking?
Hunter, hold on just a moment.
What is it, Doctor? I doubt that portal is going to stay open forever.
The creature you've been pursuing, I suspect now it may be some kind of Hydra experiment, or worse.
The Barghest? I thought we had all accepted its mythical origins.
I'm skeptical that the beast just jumped from the pages of ancient lore. No, there's something else afoot here.
We had planned on putting it down regardless of where it came from.
Actually, if you could bring it in alive, I think there may be a great deal we could learn from it.
No promises, Doctor. You do remember who my hunting partners are?
Yes, I realize you're all very eager, especially Wolverine, but do your best.
It is just as I suspected. Hydra. I knew they were behind this. The pieces all came together a bit too perfectly.
You're telling me all that mythical creature hype came down to this?
At least now we know for sure.
Attached to that face.
Now that was something.
Who's next?
They cannot possibly match your strength.
How long have you been waiting to do that? I'm gonna rip you a new one.
That's one hell of a move.
Kiss it goodbye.
Our pact will not be broken.
A blessing.
Don't think I will forget that.
I realize, of course, the three of you aren't known for your restraint, but try to bring the creature back in one piece. I still need to study it when you're done.
Might not be up to us, Doc.
If that thing gets feisty, no.
Whatever gets the job done.
The advantage is mine.
Nice move, bub.
They're mine.
Pain will shake our loyalty.
Here, take it.
You have my thanks.
That's the spirit.
And the rift, her blessing emerges.
Looks like they still want a piece.
Hydra seems quite intent on protecting the Barghest. I would think that's a good indicator of its potential value to us.
Or maybe Hydra just doesn't like us and the dog is irrelevant.
Did Tony put you up to this, or are you just providing color commentary out of personal...
I'm just here to make sure no innocent dogs are harmed by your theories.
Now for something real special. Dibs on the ugly one.
The light will heal you.
I owe you a cola. I've got a reputation to protect.
Do not be discouraged.
Payback's gonna be fun.
They have not lost interest.
I don't know what Tony has been telling everyone, but the Barghest is an omen of death. A demonic entity that has likely taken many innocent lives over the centuries.
You ever hear the saying, there are no bad dogs, just bad owners?
Of all people, I thought you would understand the nature of the beast, Logan.
Coming at me now. Come get it.
Let us take them down together.
Maybe you're as good as they say.
Your magic may be powerful, Doctor, but I am still impressed you managed to contain the Barghest.
No less impressive than your efforts to capture it, Hunter. I believe in its weakened state the creature will remain bound here.
And what do you plan on doing with it now?
The first step will be carefully transporting the beast down to the forge, a delicate operation I plan to handle personally. Why don't you come by tomorrow before I begin the actual research? I'll know more then.
So, why are we keeping this thing alive?
The material properties of the animal's skin are amazing.
Dracula can only run for so long.
Every encounter with the new breed vampires raises more questions than it answers. What do Sin and Dracula get out of their unholy alliance? Why would Sin's Hydra troops help Dracula's cause? And what is their endgame?
I have a theory.
Go for it.
Whatever Sin and Dracula are planning, they are not alone in their schemes, and we'll soon encounter the one who is actually pulling the strings. It could be a sorcerer, a witch, or maybe a demon. Perhaps one who matches or surpasses Lilith's power.
I can do without a mystery villain. The roster of enemies is already stacking up. Whatever the actual reason, the outcome is always expand the power of new breed vampires. Let's focus on what we know. Putting aside that you came face to face with actual Dracula, I did the math on how many potential vampires you destroyed in that Hemalisk hive. That place could have generated half the city's police force per week. New York would turn into a feeding ground.
As Robbie would say, we crashed it.
He might say something slightly different, but yeah. Aside from dealing with the devil, I'd say we came out ahead.
I support Peter's choice. Somehow we beat the devil.
I doubt it happens often. Still, I have this feeling in the pit of my stomach. Doesn't feel like a clean win, you know?
Yes, I know.
Anything else on your mind?
What do we know about the Lord of Vampires?
Honestly, if Blade didn't vouch for it, I wouldn't believe he existed.
He certainly does.
There's so much information about Dracula that it's hard to know what's fact and fiction. I wonder if he had a hand in that.
Thanks, Carol.
Sure thing.
We're really getting to know each other.
The books in this place are something else. Did you know that there is an entire section about spiders and the occult?
Peter, I am sorry you have to find out this way, but I guess it is time we talked.
You're not afraid of spiders, are you?
Terribly.
But you're Hunter. The Hunter. You're not afraid of anything.
I am a complicated being.
Huh. Is the legs? The crawling? The knowledge that the entire spider population can eat all of humanity in a year given the chance? Or is it because there is one just 6 inches away from you right now?
What? Where?
Just kidding. It's me. Actually, all this reading got me thinking, and there is something I wanted to run by you. With my spider roots, and the spiders being so occult adjacent, apparently, who knew, I can maybe be a good fit for the Midnight Suns. I'm not asking you to pull any strings for me or anything like that. I just want your honest opinion as a friend. Do you think I'd make a good candidate?
For now, you should focus on being the best you can be in every situation. And when this is all over, we can talk about your future.
Of course. Either way, I would like a chance to prove myself first. Don't want anyone to say that you're giving me any special treatment.
Well, I am sure you can figure out how to make that happen.
One last question.
Yes?
If I read these books here, I'm not summoning any demons or evil spirits, right?
Have you been reading them aloud?
No?
Do not open your door to any knock that sounds unnatural or inhuman, and you should be fine.
No inhuman knocks. Got it.
Hey, Hunter, you have a sec? Now that's good advice.
I must admit, I wasn't entirely confident that the bar guest would be taken alive, but if anyone could do it...
And now you will do something terrible to the beast?
Not necessarily. The barrier protecting Dr. Banner's facility functions on a simple premise. Only demons can pass through it, so all we need is a way to disguise the hunter as a demon.
I told you before, I am not turning that dog into a cape.
And I told you it is not a dog. Besides, I don't think a cape will be enough.
You wouldn't dare.
My hope is that we can synthesize a facsimile of the bar guest's skin to fool the barrier without harvesting the creature itself.
This really is a bizarre plan, even for you.
If you want to reach the Gamma Accelerator, this is our best and only hope.
More importantly, Doctor, is reaching Wanda. I don't like it, but if the creature must be sacrificed for her...
Having this much demonic energy concentrated on you, Hunter, is not an insignificant risk. I just hope your collar can withstand...
Let me worry about that, Doctor, after you have proven out your plan.
I saw you petting it this morning.
You are mistaken. I was taking a blood sample.
Oh, does that require feeding it a fistful of treats?
Have you come to vent about Strange's plan? I did my best not to be rude. To his face, at least.
You do not believe it will work.
No, I don't. But I do know that Wanda is on the other side of that barrier. And the Doctor may be our only hope of reaching her.
He cares about Wanda too. Do not forget that. Stark may be after this Gamma Accelerator, but the Doctor is clearly focused on Wanda.
That's why I did not rip apart his idea from the beginning. I know we both want the same thing.
It could be worse. You could be the one who has to actually wear the dog armor.
True, you are the guinea pig once again. Thank you for the talk, Hunter. I feel slightly better about our chances.
Can we please just get this research going now? Because that thing is looking at me all wrong.
The creature is restless. The sooner we start our research, the better.
What happens to the creature after you are finished?
that is up to you.
See that you do not hurt it.
I'll do my best.
Oh, you are gonna love this.
A power not unlike my own.
Got more coil for me? Starting the coil extraction process. These should definitely give you an edge. How long did you say you were exposed to this thing? It's probably fine.
Until next time.
I am not used to seeing vampires in a chapel. Even Blade rarely comes here.
Naturally. Most vampires wouldn't be caught dead in a place like this.
I think you mean caught undead.
Yes, of course. Regardless, I am not like most vampires.
Because you're a living vampire?
Well, that's part of it. My powers come from a perversion of science, so I do not share the vampiric weaknesses. But our differences run deeper than that.
What do you mean?
Well, for starters, I do not abide by their foolish traditions. Most vampires are superstitious stooges, hissing at crosses and flinching whenever they feel a drop of water. I do not believe in many of the common dark magics. Most paranormal events can be explained through the magic of science.
I am used to watching allies throw fire from their hands. Your disbelief is almost refreshing.
It is. I am surprised a person with your experience is so open-minded.
I would love to hear more.
As I see it, the universe is governed by fundamental rules, like gravity and nuclear fusion. Science and magic are just two ways of tapping into and manipulating those rules. So, I'm not saying the paranormal world does not exist. I merely believe most people give it too much credence. In the end, science is more powerful than a spell.
You should share these ideas with Tony.
I have. He made jokes about my hair.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Thankfully, this conversation has been more enlightening. Thank you for the time, Hunter.
I don't say this lightly, but nice work out there, Eddie. I hope you'll feel welcome amongst the Midnight Suns.
What do you mean, feel welcome? What have I been doing this whole time?
You've been a probationary member. Now you're a trusted ally.
Wow, that's great! Should I prepare a speech for the ceremony? And when do I get that?
There is no ceremony, and we don't have badges.
Is it cool if I design a badge for the team? Now that the Hydra vampires have my prototype sample, I've no doubt they'll attempt to create their own sunlight serum.
Mass produce it, more like.
But where would Hydra vampires go to mass-produce sunlight serum?
Somewhere familiar to them.
How about a Hydra facility that makes the gamma goop they put in their blood?
Yes, I'm gonna go with exactly like that.
How about one sending a distress signal about a vampire invasion? Might be a good place to start.
ever regret creating your sample?
Of course. But humankind did not split the atom just to create bombs. In the right hands, science is a force for prosperity.
What about the wrong hands?
When I am done with them, they will not have hands.
Has Hydra turned upon itself?
No, this is biology. It is a vampire's nature to betray the living.
Excuse me?
Oh, but not mine. I differ on a biological level.
Relax. It was a joke.
I should have known you were behind this.
Hold them off. We need more time. Go. Feed upon them. Let their veins bleed rivers.
If we can disable those terminals, at the very least we can slow their efforts to reproduce the serum.
But we need to protect the server to access the data ourselves.
Correct.
And I thought technology was supposed to make our lives easier.
You've left me no choice.
Now that was something.
Remember who started this.
What a waste.
I'll make quick work of you.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Get ready. Be my victim. Support units on the move.
I'm sure you've all realized what will happen if these vampiric Hydra forces lose their vulnerability to the sun.
A lot of innocent civilians are going to pay the price, and we can't allow that.
Your sincere concern for the guiltless is inspiring. The
Your lack of empathy is disturbing.
Now let that be a lesson to you.
There is no escape.
Awaiting reinforcements.
At least my mother knows how to keep her minions in check.
As much as she'd like to pretend, Sin doesn't hold the same sway as her grandfather, much less Lilith.
Does it matter? She has enough resources at her disposal to be a problem.
Now, truly, what did you expect, honestly?
Prototype. It's here. We must recover it.
One more batch. Secure it. Quickly now.
So we finally have the opportunity to settle our grievances personally.
You're surprisingly enthusiastic for someone marching towards their end.
And you are shockingly confident for someone who dares tread on the work of a superior intellect.
Enough talk.
I must be a key part of their strategy.
see not much has changed among the worlds. You're still set on me.
You asked for it. Still coming for me.
Flames so soon?
Let's do it. Still with me? Let's do it.
As she commands. Our numbers are endless.
This facility is quite impressive. If only it weren't being used for such twisted ambitions.
That's Hydra in a nutshell.
You know nothing of the great works achieved by Hydra. This will be our resurgence.
I've heard that before, too.
Power of the light. Erase the very memory of them.
They're gonna.
They have not lost interest.
I'll take that.
Your prototype sample?
Indeed. And now to destroy the sunlight serum. But it's not all here, is it?
Of course not. We manufactured so much, all transported off-site before you even arrived. This is the final batch. A reserve. I am a wolf in the night. The yapping of a mangy cur does not concern me.
Tell me where you brought the serum!
Watch that temper, little mutt. You don't want to lash out and bite the ones you love.
Tell me!
Where else, you pathetic counterfeit? I delivered it to the Lord of Vampires.
You don't know what you've done.
Oh, but I do. Dracula, my master, has enough sunlight serum to supply an army. And there's nothing you can do to stop him.
Hey, Hunter. I saw Morbius heading toward Hunter's Folly. He looked distressed. Can you make sure he's not about to lose control? If I go out there, it won't be to talk.
I came out here to be alone, Hunter.
Are you sure being alone is a good idea right now?
Blade sent you to check on me, didn't he? Probably didn't want to come himself because he thought we'd just end up fighting.
Is he wrong?
Of course not. And I can't promise we won't end up trading blows before the night is through, either.
I do not wish to fight you. I came because I am worried about a fellow teammate.
That is too kind. I do not deserve your mercy.
That is what makes it mercy.
They stole my work, Hunter. They perverted it for their own designs. There is an army of vampires ready to cut loose on the world, and they are all immune to sunlight. I did that, not Dracula.
You could not have known that Dracula would get his hands on your sample.
No. But I should have foreseen that he'd want it, that he would come for it.
We will fix this. Together.
You're right. Wallowing in self-pity will accomplish nothing. We must prepare to act. Oh, and Hunter. I'm sorry. My behavior tonight was beyond the pale. I wish you had not seen me like this.
Doctor, my mother turned against me and started building an army. I understand betrayal. You have no need to apologize.
You are too kind. I really am glad you came. Instead of Blade. Well, I would love a few quiet moments to meditate on what we've said. Unless you need something else.
Actually, I have a couple questions about your connection to Sin.
I'll answer what I can.
How well do you know Sin?
Not long ago, she approached me and offered to fund my research. I tend to keep a low profile, so the fact that she was capable of tracking me down told me she was a woman of considerable resources and connections. So if I'd known one of those connections was Dracula himself, I would not have worked with her.
Your contempt for Sin seems personal. What is that about?
She manipulated me. I created this serum, hoping it could be used as a cure. Sin stole that work for Hydra, who knows only harm.
Sin works with Hydra. What is her connection to Dracula?
That is still a bit of a mystery to me. Sin covets leadership, but she is also drawn to men of great power. Dracula likely believes he is manipulating Sin for his own gain. Sin undoubtedly feels the same.
I should let you go.
I'll just be here, brooding.
Tonight's the night for emo kids. You coming?
Lead the way.
Nico runs these meetings?
Yes, so far.
Then I'll wait for her to begin.
We shall soon see if this meeting amounts to anything.
What do you mean?
Miss Minoru can explain.
Feels like we're getting closer to figuring out how you died. It's not too much, is it?
The memories are painful, but I have endured worse.
That's good! I mean, it's bad, but yeah, I'm glad you're hanging in there. Ileana wants to lead the ritual this time. That surprised me.
Why?
Magic taking the lead and Caretaker staying out of her way? The world must be ending. Oh, right. It is.
The ritual today will be unlike before.
How so?
We shall make real progress. I refuse to coddle you as the others did. I will push you beyond your limits. For this to work, I must break you.
Do what you need to do.
Do not be complacent. Without preparation, there is a possibility of damage. This is why you collected the ingredients I asked you to bring. Are you ready to begin?
You may proceed.
Limbo never forgets. It holds the echo of your death. What is your last memory?
Lilith. A muddy circle in a clearing.
Then I shall bring that echo to you. Now you become its vessel.
I am ready.
What do you see?
My head. It is her. It is Lilith in the circle.
Do not fight the echo. Allow it to wash through you.
No, she sees me. I advance, prepared to strike. She just watches me.
Whoa! Is that...
It is. My child. Look what they've done to you.
You have no right to call me child, monster.
So, misguided. I have never sought to harm you.
Your army says otherwise.
A distraction to allow for this moment.
Ileana, stop this! Right now!
Enough deceit. Speak plainly or suffer the consequences.
Ileana!
No, we must proceed.
How plain can I make this, my child? If I am to remake this world, I need you at my side.
Enough! Dilungo, Retinacula! No! You had no right to do that.
Stopping your recklessness is my obligation.
Stopping the ritual early could have destroyed the Hunter's mind.
The only threat to Hunter was your sloppy technique.
You are impossible!
You will never attempt this again.
Do not constrain me.
Just gonna stand here and hope they don't involve me.
Yup. Miss Rasputin was correct. Feels odd on the tongue, like a fish-flavored loofah.
You approve of her approach?
Of course not. But she was right to push. No matter what Sarah thinks, today was a breakthrough.
Sloppy technique? Has she confused me with Nico? Sarah had no right to stop the ritual.
It was painful, but nothing I could not handle.
She wants me to open portals and little else. I am not a delivery service. I am the ruler of Limbo. At least you trust me to be more. Maybe next time we shall learn the truth. If there is a next time.
Well, you have that look on your face. Say what you need to say.
Thank you. I could not have taken much more.
Oh, of course. Lilith's voice, spoken through you, even as an echo, creates a mystical link. She has the means to follow that link back to you.
Trust me, I can handle that.
I don't think I could handle that. Still, with preparation, I can shield you from such an attack.
And without?
She would do to you what she did to Wanda, and I won't let that happen.
She can forbid me all she wants. I'll ignore her as...
How you doing, Hunter?
Had I not hesitated, I could have stopped so much pain and suffering.
She's your mother. It's never that simple. As long as you're okay, I'm okay. The good news? We are definitely closing in. That's more than enough for today. You ready to leave?
That is it for me.
Sounds good. See you next meeting.
I don't like how Morbius is acting. We need to work on our contingency plan.
You have more experience with Morbius than I. I assume you already have.
I do. I'm asking for your help to make them better.
Thanks for welcoming me into the fold, Hunter. Most people see the monster and run for the hills. Few people take the time to get to know the man underneath.
No problem, Eddie. I've been meaning to ask, where did you come up with the name Venom?
It sounds dangerous, and I like that. But I can't take the credit. My symbiote came up with the name.
But you must have had an opinion.
Yeah, to go along with whatever the alien monster with big teeth wanted.
It must be nice to have someone to talk to when you are alone.
Yeah, but it's also distracting having someone chew your ear off while you're getting punched in the face.
If you need some quiet time, would earplugs help?
My other is attached to the ganglia of my parietal lobe. I would need brain plugs.
I bet Tony could make some.
Oh, so you want me to ask the guy who's making the high-end weapons tech we need to defeat Lilith to take a break and make brain plugs?
Good point.
I mean, it's a cool idea. Yeah, I'll ask him when this is over. You really know how to show an alien suit and its host a good time. Thanks for spotting me, Hunter. I needed to burn off some steam after that last mission.
I'm surprised you have any steam to burn.
My symbiote boosts my metabolism. Helps us bounce back quickly.
So you never need a Stark drive? And why are those so popular when they taste so bad?
3 words, Hunter. Clever marketing.
That was 2 words.
Oh, well, the third word was caffeine.
If you rely on the symbiote, why push your physical body to its limits?
I often push myself past the point of exhaustion because I have to be able to compete. Most of the heroes in this house were either born with fantastic abilities or were handed them after they were dipped in radioactive alien slime.
Eddie, you are literally covered in alien goo that allows you to shatter bricks with your fist.
Yeah, sure, that didn't come out right. The symbiote gives me fantastic abilities, but I can't rely on it for everything. I maintain peak conditioning, in case my other gets compromised.
Did your parents instill you with this powerful work ethic?
Guess you could say that. My mother died in childbirth, and my father blamed me for it. Spent most of my childhood trying to measure up to that monster's unattainable standards.
Oh, Eddie, I did not know. That must have been hard.
I guess it was. But at the time, it just seemed like my childhood, you know? Now you know why I push myself so hard. I need to be strong enough to protect all the innocent people out there who aren't strong enough to protect themselves.
I cannot argue with that, Eddie.
Take a break from knocking heads.
Time to take it to the next level. If you can beat Carol in a straight fight, I'll let you skip training. Good luck with that.
That looks good. Very nice.
What's up, Hunter?
I admire your leadership capabilities.
Well, that is very kind of you to say. Hunter, may I ask for your assistance?
We ain't built for this.
I disagree. We can still defeat my mother.
No. You and me doing this? Living weapons ain't designed to relax. Can make a fella downright resentful.
It is hard to take it easy when the world is falling apart.
For me, it's like there's always a blade stuck in my side. When I relax, it's like I can feel it twist.
How do you handle it?
Same as you. I go looking for a fight.
Does it work?
Not always, but it's enough to dull that blade. If I didn't know better, I'd think you read my mind.
Can we please just get this research going now? Because that thing is looking at me all wrong.
It's not much, but I have managed to locate a few details.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? These should definitely give you an edge. Big Tony's Forge of Mystery. We never close. See you, Hunter.
No pain, no gain. Peace.
You are the best girl. You know that, right?
Bye.
Wait here, girl.